echoes of Zen ancient whispers on the wind. In the heart of Zen Buddhism, there lies a path less traveled, paved not with logic, but with intuition. This is the path of the koan, a riddle wrapped in a paradox, a question mark echoing through the corridors of the mind. Koans are not riddles to be solved, but rather experiences to be lived. They are ancient whispers, carried on the wind, inviting us to shed our preconceived notions and embrace the vastness of the present moment. Imagine a still pond, its surface mirroring the sky above. A koan is like a pebble, cast into the stillness, disrupting the reflection and creating ripples that spread outward. These ripples are the thoughts, the doubts, the questions that arise as we grapple with the koan's enigma. Like the Native American storyteller who uses tales to impart wisdom, Zen masters use koans to guide their students toward enlightenment. Just as the coyote and the eagle teach us about the balance of nature, koans teach us about the balance of the mind, urging us to look beyond the surface of things and discover the truth that lies within. What are koans? Riddles wrapped in paradox. Koans are not your everyday riddles. They are not designed to test your intellect, but to shatter it, to break open the shell of your ego and reveal the luminous pearl of your true nature. A koan is a puzzle with no logical solution, a question that defies a direct answer. Think of a Zen garden with its carefully raked gravel and strategically placed stones. It is a place of serene beauty, yet it is also a representation of the universe, a microcosm of existence. Similarly, a koan, in its simplicity, encapsulates profound truths about the nature of reality. Consider the famous koan. What is the sound of one hand clapping? This question, absurd on the surface, forces us to confront the limitations of our logical mind. It invites us to move beyond the realm of duality, where sound is defined by the clash of two objects, and experience the world in a completely new way. A paradoxical journey, decoding the koan's message. The journey through a koan is a journey into the heart of paradox. It is a process of wrestling with the illogical, of embracing the absurd. It is in this space of uncertainty, of not knowing, that the mind begins to open and true understanding can emerge. Like a skilled archer aiming for the center of the target, the Zen student approaches the koan with focus and determination. The arrow of their attention is fixed on the koan's enigmatic message, and with each attempt to penetrate its meaning, they come closer to the truth. But the path to enlightenment is not linear. There are moments of clarity, sudden flashes of insight, followed by periods of confusion and frustration. The koan, like a wise teacher, does not offer easy answers. It challenges, it provokes, it forces us to confront the limitations of our own understanding. What is the sound of one hand clapping? A Zen koan explored. Let us delve deeper into the heart of this famous koan. What is the sound of one hand clapping? The mind, conditioned to seek logical solutions, immediately stumbles. We know that sound requires two objects to collide, two hands to clap. But the koan is not asking about the physical act of clapping. It is pointing to something far deeper, something beyond the realm of our senses. It is inviting us to listen with our entire being, to experience the silence that surrounds the sound, the emptiness that cradles all phenomena. The sound of one hand clapping is the sound of the universe breathing. It is the sound of your own heart beating, the gentle hum of life force that flows through all things. It is the sound of silence itself, pregnant with infinite possibilities. The mill of mindfulness, grinding away at illusions, engaging with a koan, is like pouring grain into the mill of mindfulness. The grinding stones of our meditation slowly crush the husk of our preconceptions, revealing the pure essence of wisdom within. It is a gradual process, requiring patience and perseverance. Just as a potter molds clay on a wheel, patiently shaping it into a vessel of beauty, so too does the practice of contemplating koans mold our minds, making us more flexible, more receptive to the subtle truths of existence. Each time we return to the koan, we chip away at the walls of our limited understanding, expanding our consciousness and deepening our awareness. The koan becomes a mirror, reflecting back to us our own attachments, our fears, our desires. Stepping stones to enlightenment. Koans in meditation. In the quiet stillness of meditation, koans serve as stepping stones, guiding us across the turbulent river of our thoughts. They anchor our attention, preventing us from being swept away by the current of our worries and distractions. Imagine sitting in a quiet garden, surrounded by the gentle rustling of leaves. You focus your mind on the koan, repeating it silently to yourself like a mantra. Thoughts arise, emotions surface, but you observe them with detachment, returning your attention to the koan. Gradually, the mind begins to settle. The incessant chatter subsides, and a profound sense of peace washes over you. In this state of stillness, the koan can penetrate deeply, its wisdom seeping into the depths of your being. Beyond the monastery walls, koans in everyday life. The wisdom of koans is not confined to the monastery walls. It can be carried into the hustle and bustle of daily life, transforming even the most mundane activities into opportunities for spiritual growth. As you go about your day, let the koan linger in the back of your mind. Notice how it colors your perceptions, how it influences your interactions with others. You might find yourself approaching challenges with a renewed sense of curiosity, responding to difficulties with greater equanimity. Remember, the koan is not meant to be a burden, but a tool for liberation. Approach it with a sense of playfulness, with a beginner's mind, open to the infinite possibilities that each moment holds. Echoes in the Canyon, Native American wisdom and Zen. The wisdom of Zen Buddhism resonates deeply with the spiritual traditions of Native American cultures. Both emphasize the interconnectedness of all things, the importance of living in harmony with nature, and the pursuit of enlightenment through direct experience. Just as the Native Americans have their sacred stories and rituals, Zen Buddhism has its koans and meditation practices. Both are pathways to awakening, tools for cultivating wisdom and compassion. The echoes of Zen can be heard in the chanting of the Lakota shaman, in the intricate sand paintings of the Navajo, in the silent contemplation of the Hopi elder. All point towards the same fundamental truth, that true peace and happiness are found not in external circumstances, but within the depths of our own being. Awakening the inner sage, embracing koans for personal growth. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Similarly, the path to enlightenment can begin with a single koan. Embrace the challenge, the paradox, the absurdity. Allow the koan to work its magic on your mind, to break down the walls of your limited perception. Remember, you are not trying to solve the koan. You are allowing it to dissolve you, to dissolve your ego, your preconceptions, your illusions of separateness. In the words of the great Zen master, Dogen Zenji, to study the way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to be enlightened by all things. Let the koans be your guide on this profound journey of self-discovery.